Last night was the much anticipated premiere, or at least in my house it was, of Bachelor in Paradise. And
Gosh, we don't even get a week.
no, Jenna, we gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
Caught my breath.
Yeah.
Last night, I saw it also. I saw a little bit, but only because it was on when I turned the TV on. I couldn't find the remote or whatever.
Well, we brought in an expert to talk about this. You know him as a guy who finds out everything before it's aired on TV.
Yeah.
When it has to do with The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Did you ever consider, instead of reality Steve, calling your blog Spoiler Steve?
Ooh.
Reality Steve in the building, and that's a good question.
Yeah, good. Thanks for that. No, I don't want to change my name at this point.
Too late
I guess.
now.
Yeah.
But you got it right this last season of
2 seasons in a row.
Yeah, 2 seasons in a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got it right. You got it right before that, but
Yeah.
But you got it right from. I mean, we had you in the day the show premiered, and you got it right.
Yeah, I had everything. It was great. I mean, I'm really, and I even had teased to you guys that day that I was going to release those Nick videos of him on the plane, basically spoiling the season for the show himself, and those got some run, so I'm very happy.
Well, yeah,
with
even
that.
at the end, they were saying that was all staged to throw you off. Do you remember those gossip stories?
Oh, yeah.
Was there any
ridiculous.
consequence for him and the network? For doing
he
that?
was on Entertainment Tonight last week, and they brought up the video to him, and he said, the producers weren't happy with me that it leaked, and they weren't. But the thing is, Nick didn't do it on purpose. It was just something that he got caught doing. So there's nothing. Once I released it, there's nothing they could have done. It's like, look, it's already out there. There's nothing we can do to you.
Now,
if he would have publicly done it and did it on purpose, then I think he would have gotten more trouble. But he just happened to be having a conversation that was recorded.
So it was him on the plane after he got cut,
Yep.
and somebody
it was day
recorded.
after he left. He was heading back home from Dominican Republic, and he was on the phone, I think, with his dad, and was just telling him what happened. And
because you're
essentially wrote the whole-
allowed to tell close family
because
probably.
they signed too.
yeah, they all do. It's just that he got caught doing it. Bad place, bad time.
Well,
basically.
he's not on Bachelor in Paradise.
No.
We the guys that you remember are probably the guys that were just in the latest season, because everybody else is just a cloud.
I honestly,
who are these people?
I don't know.
Literally half of them, you have no idea.
Never seen him in my life. And I kind of half watched last night because we were having cable issues. But
Yeah.
I mean, Marcus, the one that Jenna revealed with you on the air, I know him.
Yeah.
Already engaged to somebody he met on Bachelor in Paradise, according to the gossip columns, and it was somebody who was eliminated first rose ceremony with Juan Pablo.
With my mic, she's gorgeous.
Why? Okay, why would they pull somebody so random? Why wouldn't they pick a better known character?
The only thing I can think of is that there were a lot of people that turned down this show, so they were just scraping the bottom of the barrel. And
Literally.
there's quite a few people that are on Bachelor in Paradise because the format is every week 2 new people are coming in. So there's 25 people total that you will see on the show. Last night it started with 14. Every week 2 new people come in with date cards, and they get to ask people on dates.
And not
then
only
the following
that,
week-
you have to put your life on hold.
Yeah.
I mean, like to be on the show the first time, you had to put your life on hold. A lot of these people quit their jobs if their job doesn't let them have a leave of absence, and then to do it again.
And do it again.
And
Now,
it
this one
revolves-
is a little bit short. This one the filming for this only took 3 weeks, but still, you got to go to your job and say, I could be gone 3 weeks.
Do you know how much they get paid to do? I mean, I know they get a per diem or something. Do you know everything? So how much do they get paid to do the show? The
This
longer
one-
they stay, the more they get, or what?
This one is different from what I heard. When Bachelor Pad was on for 3 years, those people got what was it? Oh, it was $750 for every episode that they were on.
Okay.
So it was based on how long you stayed. This one, they were giving people flat contracts, like, "Hey, here, come on the show."
And the better name, the
better
more
names
money.
got more money.
Okay.
Not everyone got the same amount of money for this show.
Yeah, the
And I
one that we
couldn't tell
didn't
you-
know from Juan Pablo, who ended up getting an engagement ring. Is that legit, or is that a publicity stunt
No,
to get us to
absolutely.
watch?
I mean, it's what happens at the end of the show. Whether or not they end up walking down the aisle is a different story.
Yeah.
But
So 3 weeks, and
3
they
weeks and
probably
they got
hung
married.
out a few
And they got-
times.
yeah.
And the girl Kelly's talking about is Lacey.
Lacey.
She didn't make it past one episode, and she was actually the one that was flirting the most with the guys. She was on the fence between Robert and Marcus.
I have Marcus, who I think is very intriguing, and I also have Robert, who's a fun guy that gave me a really good first impression. But with Marcus, like, he went on a date last night with Sarah, and I don't know how he's feeling. So you know what? I'm not sure.
Watch.
I'm 80-40.
Beauty and smarts, everybody.
Wait.
40.
I'm 80-40.
When he has to listen to that voice every day.
Wait,
That's the one.
Wait a second. That's the one Marcus is engaged.
Oh my God.
That's the one I
80-40.
I'm 80-40
my
right
God.
now.
That's the one I said last night. I said I couldn't date her just because I can't listen to
That
her
voice is like
I
nails on a
cannot
chalkboard.
listen to her voice.
See, it'd be different if you were looking at her. Maybe she's so pretty you wouldn't hear it. But when you're not looking at her, you can really hear how annoying that is.
Okay, will you explain? I know we have all these interesting clips, like how this elimination works or what the whole deal with it even is.
Yeah. When they get to the rose ceremony at the end of every episode, there's always more guys than girls, or
more girls than guys.
or more girls than guys.
Always outnumbered.
So last night, So last night there were at the end of the episode there were 6 guys and 8 girls at the rose ceremony. So 6 guys are giving out roses, 2 girls are going home. The Michelle girl eliminates
So you
herself.
get one rose.
Each guy gives out 1 rose to 1 girl. So there'll be technically there was going to be 2 girls that didn't get a rose last night, but Michelle left at the very beginning of the rose ceremony, so now there's only 1.
Which is weird because she attempted nothing.
Nothing.
She didn't try at all to make a
She
connection.
wasn't feeling anybody.
And this is a speech she gave, and she's crazy. You could tell she's crazy. But here's her speech.
As all of you know, my stay here in Paradise, I haven't really made a connection with anyone. And to be fair to all of you girls, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste anyone else's time. So I feel it's best for me to go.
Whatever.
But
she knew she was
we're a week into this.
Yeah, I know.
Why go so early when so much could change?
I didn't have a connection with any of the guys, so I made the decision to go home.
Is this your decision to leave?
Yes.
All right, there's a car waiting for you.
That's ridiculous. When you know you're going to be eliminated, oh, you didn't fire me, I quit.
Now, I want to ask you this, Steve, because at the beginning of the show, Chris Liar Harrison, asks everybody, hey, is everybody single? And that Michelle girl said, maybe. So that's where everything started, like something's going on here.
That's why all the guys just distance. They're like, I'm not going to hang out with that.
And based on the preview, something crazy happens next week. This is what I think happens.
Yeah.
So they bring
JC is so invested,
Have you
Steve.
read the spoilers, JC?
I have not read the spoilers.
It's always as good of a payoff as they make it seem like.
Ask my wife. I jotted it down on a piece of paper of what I thought happened.
Wow.
So Michelle Money comes in, who used to date Graham.
Yeah.
She's crying in the preview for next week because of this thing that happened.
this?
Because, Jenna, I study. You should try it.
He studies human nature.
It's the Bachelor Paradise. You not only watch it, you study it.
Yeah.
He is so invested.
Okay, so
well, you go, boy.
So Michelle Money is crying. Why? Because she used to date that Graham guy, right?
Yeah.
Now, the Graham guy and the Ashley girl were having a crazy relationship within 24 hours.
Is this eyebrow, Ashley?
Yeah, she has the eyebrow.
Michelle Money.
She's the one.
I love her.
I love her too.
She flipped out because Claire, another girl, asked this guy to go on a date, and she flipped out, which is weird because they had all
This isn't Michelle Money. Is that Michelle Money?
Let's talk about Ashley now.
I'm talking
I
about
thought you were
Ashley.
talking Michelle Money.
No. I'm saying why she's crying, but
Oh, I'm so confused by people I don't care about.
no. Listen. So she gets all mad and makes her look like a psycho. Everybody thinks this Ashley girl's a psycho, but I think Ashley and Graham were already dating prior to this, and they came in here trying to win to get all this money. Graham broke his legs, didn't he?
No.
Were those his broken legs in the preview?
No, you're wrong.
Dang it! Am I even close?
You had him up to there.
You weren't close.
It's not. Oh, dang it!
Yeah.
JC, I want you not to read the spoilers, just because. See, isn't it more fun when you try to figure it out?
My conspiracy theory was so on point.
Yeah, that wasn't it. Do we want to know why Michelle left? I mean, it's out
is
there.
there a real reason? Okay.
Oh
She's
yeah,
already
no,
gone.
I posted this. This was like a month ago.
Okay.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah,
here.
spoiler
she's
alert.
already gone, so
turn
it's not
down
a
your
spoiler.
radio if you don't want.
Michelle stayed because Markel gave her a rose.
I thought you were talking about the one that got eliminated. Oh, there's two.
No.
There's two Michelles.
So basically,
Michelle Money, the best one.
The girl that eliminated herself at the rose ceremony last night is Michelle K.
Okay.
Michelle Kajawa is her name.
Wait, if Michelle Money's not even on anymore and I missed the first episode, I'm not watching.
No,
it.
she's on
it.
Oh, good.
She's on
Okay,
it.
I like her.
Yeah,
Love her.
So Michelle K. eliminates herself at the rose ceremony. Hints towards this. Well, maybe I did find some love here or whatever. Next week the show will start out, and Chris Harrison will go to Michelle's hotel room because she's sent back to hotel before she gets on a plane and goes the night home. Michelle was caught hooking up with one of the sound guys.
That always happens.
And the funny thing is, the reason why they show on the clip some guy in a hospital bed with his
Broken legs.
broken legs, a producer was apparently going into Michelle's room to talk to her or whatever, and the sound guy that she was hooking up with literally jumped out of the window and broke his leg.
What an idiot.
They're going to show it all. They're going to show it all.
Come up with a better excuse.
You have a better story, like her boyfriend found it and had a baseball bat or something.
Great.
Like I was just
He had to jump out the window and he broke his leg.
Awesome.
That's
They could make this
great.
up. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Oh, this is so great.
Okay, so how is there a winner at the end of all of this?
Okay, so this show is different from Bachelor Pad, is that there's no money prize. They're literally
Just
putting
for
these
love?
people on just to see if you will be a couple at the end. So when you get to the end of the show, there's 6 guys left and 6 girls left that have all coupled up. And basically, Chris Harrison goes to all of them and says, you have to decide right now, are you going to stay together or are you going to break up? People that have known each other for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and these people are crazy, Steve. They're all crazy.
So, yeah, that's how it ends.
We got our first taste of crazy from Elise, this blonde girl. 15 minutes into the show, she says this.
I haven't ever experienced love at first sight. So for just a few words to exchange with Dylan, and we're already having connections, I am just embracing, and it could be love at first sight.
Do all these girls have annoying voices? There's just like every single one?
It seems that way.
And then you think the crazy stops there. No, then you get
There's more crazy?
Then you get Claire talking to a raccoon.
I don't want drama. This is up to put me in this situation.
She's talking to a raccoon?
A raccoon.
This is something that I dreamt about.
You think
That's
that's
like
creative
exciting
editing?
to me and happy to me and like that I've been trying to do. I don't want to upset somebody to have somebody have a hard time on my behalf. I don't want that, and that creates drama. I don't want it.
And then the raccoon just goes back into the bush.
I
He's like, I don't want to talk to her
Did
no
she get a
more.
raccoon or Rose?
I
Yes,
want to like
absolutely.
Claire. I want to. She's really pretty. But man, she's annoying too. I love Michelle Money, though. I can't help it.
I wouldn't even give Chris Harrison a rose. I just eliminate his.
All right, so we know because it's already like in Us Weekly and everything that Marcus and
Lacey
What's-Her-Face got engaged. So that's their end result from The Bachelor in Paradise?
Yeah, so they're one of the 6 couples that
Why would they
stay
leave
together.
that?
I mean, obviously there's a pressure on Marcus to be like, hey, will you propose to Lacey? Because at the end of this, just to say like, yeah, I'll continue to date you. Like for the audience, it's just like, that's why there's always a proposal at the end of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Are they
you want to have something to hang on.
incentivized to propose?
I'm sure there's some incentive. I don't know if it's monetary or just pressure or
they want to have a
press,
winner.
you know.
I mean, it's like having American Idol and then the winner doesn't produce a hit. You want something to happen.
Exactly.
Now, I think this is the question that Kelly wants to know and probably everybody else.
I'm hoping you're going to talk about Ari.
I'm going to ask you, who is the next Bachelor?
Okay.
Is it Markel?
No.
No. He's not even in the run.
Brother don't even get consideration.
It's Chris or Ari. They haven't decided.
Okay, they have not decided. Good.
It's going to be Ari then, right?
I
has
don't
to be.
think so. I think it's going to be Chris.
Why would they waste time filming at Ari's place?
Well, they've also, I think that's just to have video packages because they've also hired Ari a personal trainer, but they've also hired Chris a personal trainer as well.
They need Ari.
So
They need the bad boy.
it's all a matter of
It's going to be
preference.
so boring.
It's a matter
No,
of
it's not a matter.
think-
No one prefers Farmer.
People think,
There's plenty of people
think
that
they
prefer
want a
Farmer,
nice
that's
guy,
all.
but they don't want to watch a nice guy on
No,
TV. They're boring.
I think a lot of women out there in the world prefer Farmer. I'm just saying, if we're gonna watch, I don't know. There's the reason this show stopped interesting me is because I want to watch people that are, even if they're mildly dumb or crazy, that
an
they're
edge.
entertaining and attractive, or whatever happened to it being like a prince or someone with money or that was just
That
really
was
good
a
looking
lie.
and
He's got a
mean.
farm.
Yeah.
See, the way I'm looking at it is, and it's obviously not the exact same, but Chris would be Sean 2.0, and Ari would be more Juan Pablo 2.0.
Yeah, that's what we want.
And Juan Pablo was such a
we hate
disaster,
Juan.
a
We hate
PR
Juan
disaster for the show. How much he was disliked because of his insincerity.
That's why you go with
and I
Markel.
think
No, you think you want Markel, but he's too nice too.
Yeah.
I think Ari is savvy enough that he won't.
I
fall
think
into the
Ari
dumb-
has just such a bad reputation within this franchise that it would be
Why?
hard convincing people that he's actually
Because he's a DB.
there to
Kelly.
find love.
But who cares if he's there to find love?
But I know
called The
you think
Bachelor.
that, but their
I know
audience
what the
wants
audience
to believe
wants.
that somebody is there to find
I
love,
remember-
and you can't convince it because Ari is hooked up with so many girls from this franchise.
And girls
He
love
dated
that.
Courtney, he dated Selma, he just recently hooked up with one of Juan Pablo's girls that nobody knows about yet.
Oh, which one?
I'll wait until.
You got to say that something for the website.
Yeah, if he's named. If he's not named, I might even say it.
Steve,
we'll
tease.
I know how to tease, don't I?
If anybody has, how can fans influence the producers to make the right choice? Is it really hashtag? What was it? What did Ari
I think people
say?
can tweet it. I think people can tweet Team Ari or something like that, or Team Chris
to the
producers. But
yeah,
I mean, it's between Chris and Ari. I think they're eventually going to go with Chris. I think they're too scared off by Ari's reputation, but. I could be wrong on this.
But when you
we tried to book Ari to talk about it, and his people say he's not allowed to. I guess ABC
I'm
has
not giving
him
up
on
on
lockdown.
Markel.
Yeah. Come on, Mark. He's on Bachelor in Paradise now, so you should watch him there.
Yeah.
Maybe
he had a date with Michelle Money last night.
Did he?
Yeah, they had a good one.
Does he finally get to kiss someone?
He did not kiss her, actually.
last night.
But had a brother kiss a white girl on that TV show. Yeah, it's been
It's
been 14 years. They haven't had one brother or one black chick.
Even the sound guy's getting more action.
Yeah, everybody getting except for the black bachelor and the black bachelorette.
But Steve, when you release who Ari made out with, you will do it at realitysteve.com, right?
Correct.
All right. Even though you don't want to do it here on the show.
No, not yet.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Steve.
Reality
No
Steve.
problem.